Hello there and welcome to this week's edition of eShibobo, and thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Oji Molefe. Now, that day that so many look forward to has finally arrived. It is, of course, Soweto Derby Day, and we're all, of course, hoping that the game will live up to expectations. And I guess Kaizer Chiefs are considered favourites, looking at how they dismantled Bidvest Wits on Wednesday night, while Orlando Pirates struggled against Maritzburg United in their last game. But then again, you can never really judge the derby on form. And don't forget, though, there's a whole host of other Absa Premiership fixtures that you can look forward to this weekend as well. So go out there and support all your favorite teams. And with that said, it's time now to look at what you can expect on the show today. We look ahead to the Soweto Derby. Then we'll bring you highlights from the Bundesliga. And we catch up with Bafana's youngest ever player, Fagrile K. All that and more is coming up shortly. Right now, though, it is competition time, and here's a quick look at who walked away with the prizes last week. If your name is on screen right now, then consider yourself a winner. And this week's competition is brought to you by Home Improvement Leaders Builders, and 5 lucky viewers will each stand a chance to win a 2,000 Rand worth Builders gift voucher. And to stay in touch with the latest DIY tips, promotions, events and upcoming Builders competitions, join them on facebook.com/BuildersFan or visit their website on www.builders.co.za to find a store near you. Get to Builders and get it done. Now, to win one of these prizes, simply tell us who has been appointed as the caretaker coach of Orlando Pirates. You can SMS your name and answer to 45605, and you'll be charged R150 for every SMS you send. Now, Orlando Pirates versus Kaizer Chiefs. I guess in terms of derbies around the world, this one ranks up there with some of the biggest of them. And while Amakosi are riding high and the Buccaneers ship is not sailing so smoothly, the form book is usually thrown out the window when these two giants of South African football clash.
It's one of the biggest games on the football calendar. The Soweto Derby has for years captured a large audience. And since the 2010 World Cup, this encounter has attracted global interest. The importance of the clash is not lost on the Chiefs personnel.
I always find it's a little bit isolated from the rest of the games. In terms of tests, yes, you're tested in terms of your character. Yes, it's always a tough game because it's Pirates Chiefs. And yes, it's an important one in terms of retaining momentum in the league.
It's just about being level-headed as a player. You can't take the whole hype about the supporters, about the media, and put it in your head.
Orlando Pirates have had a tumultuous year, with things going badly both on and off the pitch. But as far as this game is concerned, it's all systems go.
I don't need to motivate them. Every player has the dream of playing in the derby. You know, it's not that often that you get to play in front of close on 90,000 spectators. There's not many sporting events like this in the world.
It's a fixture that always stirs the emotions, and the scene is set for another classic showdown between two of South Africa's football powerhouses. Kate Nokwe for eShibobo in Johannesburg.
Thousands of fans are expected to converge at the FNB Stadium this afternoon for the match, and we caught up with some of the game's biggest supporters of both clubs to get their views on the match.
I'm here with Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs fans to give me their thoughts on the derby. Right, do you think that it was the good time for Coach Vivi to leave?
First of all, I was very shocked to see a coach resign this time for we looking for a derby. But for him, I think it's the right decision to leave before maybe a bad day for him, because no one knows. Derby is always a special game for everyone. If you lost, Derby is turning your name bad, more worse bad name. I think for Vivi to leave before a derby is making a right decision, even to protect their name.
Mama Joy, do you think that Pirates will cope without Senzo?
Yeah, I think this is our first derby without our captain, without our goalkeeper. But what I know is that all the players for Orlando Pirates, they are going to play for Senzo Meyiwa. So there's no way that Kaizer Chiefs is going to beat us. This one is for Senzo. They are going to do it.
It's usually said that players are not on form when they go into the derby, but Pirates have been doing very well. What do you think about that?
Look, the players always going to the derby is not easy, and it's very difficult to predict the derby, what it can happen, you know. and every game is different. So the derby is something special. I hope that Pirates can be victorious and make sure that never be defeated from the Kaizer Chiefs, which we definitely wanted as a fans of the Orlando Pirates to make sure that we win the match against the Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay, Chiefs go into this game very confident. Do you think that Pirates will be able to end your unbeaten run?
They will never end our unbeaten run. As we all know that Kaizer Chiefs Football Club is known of setting new records. It's known of breaking records. So Pirates, they don't have chance. We are going to break the bones into pieces. On Saturday, we are a moving train. We are on song. We are on form. So no one will stop us, but only the police.
Do you guys feel pity for Pirates, and do you think that your players should go soft on them?
I don't think we should say we are going to feel pity for Pirates, because Pirates, they are not crying babies. You know, I think Pirates is a good team. We don't have to read too much into their recent result and their recent shenanigans. We don't have to worry about those things. We as Kaizer Chiefs, we know what to do, and we know what is expected from Kaizer Chiefs as well. Going soft on the Pirates players, I don't think we're going to do that, because we are the real champions, you know, and we are sitting at the summit. You know, we are enjoying ourselves. We are enjoying our lifetimes recently. We are not going to feel pity for them. What we are going to do what we are going to do on this Saturday, we are going to make sure that we get 3 points against Pirates. Whether their coach has gone or not, whether they have they have PRO. I'm not sure even if they have PRO at this stage. I'm not sure about it as well. We are going to make sure that, you know what, our players, they are confident and they are ready to go, and they make sure that, you know what, we get 3 points this time around. Whether it comes sunny day, come rainy day, we are going to make sure that we stay there and we enjoy ourselves there at the summit as well.
Now, it's very clear that Bafana coach Shakes Mashaba has started to plan for the future. In October, Rivaldo Gauthier broke Aaron Mokwena's long-standing record as the youngest player to debut for the national side. But Gauthier held that record just for 7 weeks, and now 17-year-old Fagri Lakay is the proud holder of that record after he received his first cap for Bafana during last week's Nelson Mandela Challenge.
Most 17-year-olds spend their time with friends while looking forward to life after school. But Santos forward Fagri Lakay is on a mission to carve a successful football career. The hard work is starting to pay off. Lakay became the youngest player to turn out for Bafana during Sunday's win over the Ivory Coast in Mbombela.
For me, it meant a lot because it was like celebrating what Tata Madiba did for us, like fighting for our freedom, and we played that in his name. So it was something great because it shows that we're still celebrating what he did for us.
His Bafana cap is just one achievement during a successful year for the Cape Town-born teenager. Lakay helped the under-20s to qualify for the African Youth Championship and completed a successful trial with Dutch side PEC Zwolle.
Now that I have a senior national team, like people will say things it's easier, but it doesn't mean I have one cap now. It stops there. I still need to go and work out because people, they'll start to expect things now. So my goal is just to go overseas, make a name for myself, and just like do better everywhere I go.
And it's his family that celebrates his achievements the most.
For my family, all of them, they were very excited because they're very supportive. They always support me no matter what I do. And especially my father, like, he's the one that's going crazy most of the time, because even if I have a bad game, he'll be the first one to come to me and say, no, you didn't do well today. And even if I have a good game, he'll come and say, no, you did well today. And I appreciate that because, like they say, your family is your biggest critics. And I think if you can accept that, it will make you a better person and also a better player.
17-year-old Fagri Lakay has been tipped to become a future Bafana star. Despite this, he is aware of the hard work that lies ahead to fulfill his dreams.